My name is David Merrow. I am a welder, 42 years old in Aurora, Colorado. I have an apartment. And my dad, Ray Merrow, lives in the house me and my brother Andrew grew up in. My brother lives in Utah with his family, so I visit my dad most weekends. We will have a few beers and talk about fishing at Echo Lake. Last time we talked about it, I told him, let me save up some time off and make a 3-day weekend out of it. He often offers to have me move back in, but I like my privacy. After a few overtime hours, I decided to see my dad. I send him a text that I'm on the way, and because it's late, I plan on staying the night. I stop by the gas station and pick up enough beer for the weekend, then get back on the road, and at the light, it lingers on red. Nothing in either direction, tempted to just pass. But I wait, not wanting to risk a ticket with beer in the passenger seat. Off to the left in the darkness, a single headlight. A motorcycle. Light finally goes green. I push the gas halfway to get moving. I hear a sound from my left rushing towards me with no time to look. My car is hit hard, like I'd been hit by a train and the wheel twisted right. My last thought being, no bike could have done that. Suddenly everything goes dark. I slowly wake for a second, with just enough time to realize I'm in the hospital and can't see out of my left eye, then fall asleep again. When I finally wake, trying not to be nervous about my eye, thinking I've never been in the hospital before, at least not for myself. It's still dark out. I'm alone in the room. I expected my dad to be here. Hesitant to touch anything, I look for a button for help. I find the nurse button and press hard. I hear footsteps coming. To be sure, I push the button again. A nurse comes in quietly and says, "Mr. Merrow, how we feeling? Is my dad here? I'm tired and a little dizzy. Your father's in the waiting room. Let me check a few things and I will get him." She starts in a few questions, name, year, etc. I keep trying to ask about my eye. I can't seem to get the question out. I know my head is wrapped. My dad walks in before the nurse is finished. I see my dad, and seeing how tired he looks, I understand why he wasn't here when I woke up. He gave me a careful hug, and "Hey Rusty, you're awake," he's smiling, but I can tell he is exhausted. While talking with the nurse, I notice that I miss a word sometimes in my sentences, and I ask the nurse, "Can I speak with my alone, please?" The nurse noticed only at the end. I finally can ask questions. "Dad?" He says, "Yeah, son, what do you need?" My voice a little shaken, I ask what happened to my eye. He replies, "Oh, son, your eye is fine, it's just how they wrapped your head." So I reach up to move the bandaging. Dad says, "Wait, let me get that," and lift carefully to not move anything else. I can see out of that eye, relieved. I didn't loose it. My dad puts it back down and says, "Let's leave that down for now." "Was I hit by a motorcycle?" Puzzled look on my dad's face, he says. "No, it was another truck." "Oh, right. One of the headlights was out then. The other truck was stolen. They didn't find the driver yet. They are assuming he is injured." I tell him, "Dad, thank you for being here, but you need to go home and sleep. I will be fine here after you get some rest. Come back and I will find when I should get out here." He says, "Are you sure?" "Yeah, I will just sleep for now." He says, "Okay, son, but you call me if you can leave earlier." On his way out, he says, "Love you, son. Love you too, Dad." It's something we don't say to each other very often, but seemed like a good time. After he shuts the door, I can hear him take deep breath before leaving. I decide to rest and not dwell or think much, which is hard to do. I close my uncovered eye, feeling sleep coming easily. Then I feel a tickle on my finger, stops. Then again on my other forearm hairs. I open my eye knowing it's a damn fly. I don't want to hit the button for a fly, but it keeps landing on me. After its unrelenting crawling and landing, I shake a little bit. About to give in and let the nurse have a laugh about this, I focus my one eye on it and say quietly, "Stop." The fly stopped moving on the middle of my blanket. Dead. I move my hand under the blanket and the fly rolls motionless. Still on my blanket, I flick it off me and it lands on the floor somewhere. Too tired to be very shocked or interested. I try to sleep till morning and then find out how badly I was injured.